Hey everyone, it's Mike here once again, and I'm getting ready to install some LED lights under the dash. Bought some blue ones, and I already took them out of the packaging, but they are the Flex LED lights, and I got them at Walmart. I think they were, I don't know, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, something like that. Another thing that I'm going to use is also a fuse tap. A fuse tap is really good. Certainly don't want to be just kind of hardwiring into the fuse box, which I've seen some people do, which is crazy. So I picked up a fuse tap, and actually these are the mini fuses. I plan on tapping into the fuse box that is under the, or actually in the passenger wheel well area. So anyway, these actual lights are, I have them here. There we go. And I still have the little try me button hooked up, and they are going to be blue. So I'm going to put these under the dash on both the wheel wells, and hopefully it'll look pretty cool. So I'm going to show you what I do and how they look. Okay, here are the LED lights. They are flexible lights. There's some 3M tape on the back to be able to tape them up to whatever underneath your dash. Haven't really looked under there yet, so I'm not real sure what I'm going to tape them to. But I still have, again, the little battery try me button hooked up just to kind of give you an idea of what the blue is going to look like. These are real. It's like trying to hold on to a wet noodle here. So anyway, let me try to push this button. And they're pretty bright. They're going to light up pretty much the whole wheel foot area for the passenger, and the other side again is going to be for the driver's side. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this little battery try me button, and I'm going to wire them up together, and then we're going to tap them into the fuse. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that and see how they work. All right, so I went and I cut the try me plug off of the wires of the LED lights, and it might be kind of hard to see here, but there's wires are split, and one of them is solid black, and the other one is black with a white stripe. And the one that's black with a white stripe is positive, and the solid black is negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put both of the positives together from the two lights and tie them into a third wire, and then that's going to run to the fuse, and then I'm going to tie in the two black wires along with a third wire, and that's going to go to the ground. So after I do that, we should be able to check them out, and I'm going to look to see which fuse I'm going to be tapping into. I'm going to see if there's a radio fuse or something that's it's kind of like an always-on type of a fuse, because I'm just going to have the lights on whether it's daytime or nighttime or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to look at that once I get to it, but for right now I'm just going to put these wires together and go from there. All right, so I have my two LED strips, and what I did is I took the two wires from each of those, spliced them together, both the positives and the negatives, and I created two separate wires. So now I have each negative from the two going into one negative wire here, and then also did the same thing with the positives. So I took the two positives from the two LED strips, combined them into a single wire. So what I can do now is I believe you can use a 9-volt, but unfortunately I didn't have a 9-volt handy, and I didn't feel like running to the store because I have everything all set up here. But I'm going to go ahead and use that same little battery switch thing that came with that try me switch thing that came with the LED strips, and use that as my power source just to kind of test, make sure it's right. So it looks like this one. Okay, it looks like this one's the positive. So let me go ahead and grab that. And hold on one second. And I'm going to set my camera down for a second. I'm going to attach the positive here. Hold on one second. Okay, so real quickly I attached that positive wire to that one. And now if I take the negative wire here and I touch the black wire on this, it should light up And there we go. And they are lit up. Okay, so now all I need to do is find a ground for the negative, and then use the power positive to tap into one of the fuses that's in the passenger side footwell. So, and what I'm probably going to do now that it's working, I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to solder these wires together. I just kind of taped them together just for this, make sure everything was wired up okay to begin with as a little test. So, I'm probably going to go ahead and I'll solder these up, and I'll be good to go. So let me go ahead and put the positive wire into the fuse tap, and then we're going to stick that in the fuse and see how that works. Alright, had a slight change of plans on the way. I was going to run the LED lights from one side of the car to the other. And the reason is because under here there's really not an easy way to go from the one side to the other. There's no easy gap behind this center console. So what I ended up doing is here's the LED for the passenger side. The cable actually is up here, and I have it going, and it's behind this center console. It actually goes all the way over to here. And what I was able to do is tap in the negative to that bolt right there. I took the center piece out here. It was really easy to do. Just pop it from the back and pull it out. But anyway, so I got the negative attached to the bolt there, and then you can see the other wire here is running underneath of this. Wait, let me get on the other side. If we can see it, right here is the other wire, and it's running underneath. And then, well, there's no light there, but the LED is on that side as well. So what I also did is I was able to use my fuse tap. I have it right down in here. So underneath this console, center console, is both the LED wire and the power wire that I attached. And it kind of runs up underneath. You can see it. Oop, up under there. And it kind of runs around. And then here's the double tap here. And I have it plugged into the fuse 19, which is a 10 amp fuse. And I believe it runs, let's see what the 19 run here. ESP, the steering wheel control. So, as we can see, it's not on right now. So if I can come over and put the key in, there's the lights there. I don't have it obviously hooked up yet. And then the blue light's actually on that side as well. Cool. So there we have it. Now all I need to do now is put this carpet and everything back over on this side and use the 3M tape to tape up the lights underneath the dash to fill in the wheel well, or I'm sorry, the footwell. So I'm going to do that next. Okay, we are all tidied back up again. I got the center console above the parking brake release hooked up again. And I got the lights attached or stuck on the bottom. So let me go ahead and, as soon as I put it on, it is lit up. And the same as on this side. So there we go. Looks pretty cool. And then turn the ignition off. They stay on until I open the door and they turn back off again. So it looks like it's working pretty good. Pretty happy with it. And I will get ready for whatever my next mod is going to be.